Hello, hello, hello. Happy Saturday. Welcome to the open book. This is your host, Lakeisha, and I hope everyone has been having a fabulous Saturday thus far. Let me pull something up. Okay. I have to make sure Facebook. I'm on both platforms today. So if y'all hear me talk to someone that's not on here, it could be that they're on the other platform as well. If y'all could please hit the like button and share. Also, if you're not a subscriber, if you would like to subscribe, just hit the subscribe button and click the bell because you never know when I'm going to go live. Let's see who we have here. Hey, Shelly Shell. Hey, sis. Thank you for joining today. Welcome. Only one Lolo with the info. Hey, she said she is in here and watching the ads. Come on now. I love it. Y'all make sure y'all don't skip through those ads now. If you're not going to give a cash app, okay, or like, or a coffee or a super sticker, you know what you can do. You can just watch the ads. Okay, that helps to support the channel as well. Good evening, Cynthia. Welcome and thank you for hitting the like button, Cynthia. I really do appreciate that. She said, "Good ad, by the way." I know that's right. Hey, Terry. Hey, bro. Thank you for joining today. Oh my goodness, y'all. Let me make sure I'm not missing anyone. Okay. Um, Oh, and if you are watching from Facebook, okay, you can support me by sending stars. Thank you so much for your kindness. Okay, and my Cash App is also posted there as well. All right, y'all. So we're gonna get right into it now. Y'all, this has been a long time coming. Okay, I did a live not too long ago, probably about 3 weeks ago over Ashley Grayson. Now, her name was really out there over the past year and earlier, probably I think in March of this year. Okay, if you don't know her, I'm going to give you like a little background just to refresh your memory. Now, Ashley Grayson, before she became an internet like kind of famous famous scam. No, I'm playing. An internet, probably famous for her credit repair workshops. Ashley used to work for the postal office. Okay, she used to be a. I don't know what she did at the post office, but she used to work there, and so she would share her story of how she went from being a post office worker to a multi or millionaire, pretty much. I don't know if she was multi yet, but in the millionaire status. And so she shared that story, and a lot of people were drawn to her through her stories. Okay, when she shared her testimonies and things of that sort. Micah, take that in there. My butt had a flat tire. Okay, just leave it right there. Um, and so a lot of people started signing up for her credit repair service and so forth. And so she had gotten married to a guy and ended up cheating, okay, allegedly with that guy. Thank you, Lolo, for being over on Facebook. I appreciate that. And so let's kind of go through that part first. So she had been married and things didn't quite work out. She ended up cheating with that guy. Okay, now she had already started building her businesses, making a lot of money, showing off her homes and things of that sort. Let me pull up some of the things that she was showing on Instagram. She had a nice home. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I think this is it. Yes, okay. Thank you for your patience. I usually have my stuff set up. Okay, here we go. Let me show this picture. Okay. Hold on 1 second, y'all. All right. So here was Ashley. She would show a lot of her cars in her home, and people were really drawn by her lifestyle. Okay, really nice car. Um, and let me go back and show y'all some of. Here's the front of the car. Okay, so she was showing all of this. So she had started building her lifestyle and getting new homes and things like that. So she was married to one husband, okay, first husband, I should say, because she had more than one, and she was married to him, and things didn't quite work out. You know, she kind of cheated on him, and that guy became very, very vocal. Okay, later on we'll kind of share what he had to say. And so Ashley shared her first home that she had bought as she started earning her millions. And so they ended up going to divorce court. Okay. Now, during that particular time, she did not want to give up half of her stash. Okay. She didn't want to give up half of her stash. So what allegedly happened is some of the money started disappearing somewhere. Okay, because you know you have to show how much both of y'all make and things of that sort. Well, what she ended up bringing in to show the judge was $120,000. Okay, because she did not want to come up off of the millions allegedly. Now her husband ended up, I think, getting like 60,000. So she paid half of the 120,000. So he ended up getting 60,000. Also, during that divorce, allegedly before the decision came out, okay, Ashley was going to find someone, okay, to unalive that husband, allegedly. Now, I don't know who sis has on speed dial because this started showing as a pattern. Okay. It started showing as a pattern. That was the first attempt. Okay. And a lot of this happened out of the Dallas area. Okay. I didn't know there were so many people out here that were looking to be hitmen. Okay. I guess right now, I don't know if that's the going thing. But that's crazy. Yes, Lolo. Yes, Shelly. I'm telling y'all, I was waiting too to see where this was going. So then, you know, she moved on and so forth and was kind of dating the guy that she was cheating with. Now, after that, she basically was showing this guy the ropes, what she did, and all of that behind the scenes, how she would earn her money. He even said that he saw millions and millions of dollars going into her account. He was like, man, this is real. Okay, this must be real. And come to find out, allegedly, when she had first started out getting all of that money, she was working at one of those assembly lines prior to the post office, okay, and ended up cutting one of her fingers. And allegedly, she got a settlement check from that incident. But when she shared, when she first came out and started sharing, oh, I worked at the post office and I quit my job and I started this credit repair business, then that looks better. Okay. It looks better to say that than to say, I just won $1 million or however much she won and I started a business. Hey, Mama Three. Hey, sis. Thank you for joining. Okay. You go with the one that's going to probably garner more attention, that looks more appealing, because anyone can go and get, you know, if you win a settlement at that point, you now have quick access to money and you can go and do some things. Okay. But saying, oh, I was a postal worker, I stepped out on faith and I just started doing this credit repair, and now I can buy this house and I can get this car and I can help pay my mom's house off and do this. People are going to want to know, what are you doing? I need that quick money too. And so her credit repair people were paying thousands of dollars to go into this business. Okay. And her money was skyrocketing. I also followed her and I was looking into going into this business too. Cause hey, I'm like them. I'm like, well, girl, okay. I'm seeing all the nice houses, the fancy cars. Okay. Cause she was very, very open and showed her life on social media, especially Facebook and Instagram. And so the guy she was treating with saw all of this in action. So there was another girl that I guess she was going through the credit repair like workshops and so forth, and she started noticing some things that she didn't like. And she kind of started building this group where she started exposing Ashley and her business. And other people started joining that group and start sharing, comparing stories and things like that. And so Ashley probably caught wind of these groups, and that girl that was like the forerunner, because she's very vocal. Okay. So she was like the forerunner of this campaign. Also, there was another lady that had a very lucrative credit repair company that she looked at as her competition, allegedly. Okay. And so then okay, so then these pieces come together. So I want to tell y'all about this other piece. So then there was another girl who had also worked with Ashley. And this girl's mom actually said I was going to buy her a house. Okay, another lady, I forgot her name. And she bought her mom a house, but the girl said, okay, you bought her the house, but can you take your name off of the deed? And Ashley would not do it. And that girl got upset. Okay. So this is the same girl, though, that Ashley came to hire as potential, her and her, I don't know if the boyfriend was a part of it, hitmen to take out the girl who was the forerunner of the exposure campaign and the other lady who she viewed as her competition. Now, notice this was the second time she is trying to hire someone to unalive someone. Okay, second time. That is clearly some type of issue going on. If that's your first solution. Okay, yes, baby, we need that quick money too. Okay, how we get that quick money? Okay, why would she keep her name on that house for her friend's mother? Right, and that made that girl mad. So now she took her money. Okay, she paid the girl some money allegedly, and all of this really is probably in the court documents. And the girl and her boyfriend, y'all, went and spent the money. I think they went gambling. But the girl ended up telling the feds. Okay. Now, after she did that, Ashley had called her one day when her husband, because she had gotten remarried. Okay. So then she had gotten remarried. And so he was away. Ashley calls the girl talking about the Erda for hire, right? The girl was recording the conversation. So now she had proof of what was about to happen. Okay, what she had asked them to do. And she turned all of that information over. So long story short, after that, she ended up having to they went through the court process, the whole trial. And this March, she was found guilty. Now, her husband was also indicted. Okay, let me show y'all a picture of her husband. He was also a businessman, making, millions as well. And now I just didn't understand this part that when you're married, I'm pretty sure there was some pillow talk happening. Okay. Now that can't be proven in a court of law. But do y'all think oh, y'all, let me show y'all this house. I'm telling y'all, this was the point I was willing to risk all of my money and get a part of this program. Y'all, this is her house. Okay. This is what she showed us. Her house where she lives. Oh, that house was nice. I was like, oh my goodness. Let me show y'all. Okay, so then we that picture he's cut off of that one. Okay, here's a picture of them together. Okay, so that was her new husband. And then we started seeing her get married. She was talking a lot about him, so now they're both balling and things like that. And so that looked very good to people that they wanted that life. But he was indicted. He was not found guilty, but she was. And so her first sentencing was in July. Okay, let me look at my notes just to make sure. Yes, July. Then it got rescheduled to September 26th. Now they have 2 kids now, okay? And people were wondering, like, is she trying to put this off, have more babies so they can feel guilty or not guilty, but have some empathy towards her and not really put her into jail. She was almost looking untouchable. I said that Diddy needed to get her lawyer, okay, because she kept getting these little changes. She didn't have to go to jail. Okay. She was out on house arrest during the time that they were waiting for her sentencing. She was on house arrest. Okay. Lolo said, was she out on bond or no? Yeah, she was at home. She was on house arrest. So she didn't even have to go to jail. Okay. She didn't have to go to jail. So the first one was July. We were supposed to hear the sentencing then. Let's see here. Lola said nice, but those property taxes will be as high as the houses. Yes, I agree. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, sis. Thank you for joining. They didn't want him. They wanted her. That's why, because she was funding him and scamming. Yes, exactly. Hey, Cancer 66, welcome. Now I believe he knew ain't nobody stupid. Right. Y'all getting all this money. Come on now. And so after the July, it was rescheduled for September 26th, my mom's birthday. And I remembered that because I was like, man, so we're going to find out what kind of time she was going to get, my mom's birthday. Y'all, it was rescheduled again. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, what is going on? I thought they was just going to say, forget it. Let her go free. Do some type of probation. Hey, turn the light back on. Do some type of probation or something. Okay, so they rescheduled it for Halloween. That was an odd day to have a whole hearing, a sentencing hearing. Okay, so they recently sentenced her on Halloween. I cannot believe it. To 10 years in prison. Okay, 10 years. Now, after she gets out, she will then have 3 years supervised release. So, kind of a fancy way of saying probation. Okay, 3 years. So, she's going to be watched after that. Probably got to check in with her PO, things of that sort. Right, Halloween was the worst day. To have a sentencing hearing. I would not want to do that. So, and then, her kids, like a lot of people were saying, she has kids now. So they're going to be with the father. So it's almost good that he didn't get convicted. Okay. I don't know how much of that he knew about. We can't prove it. Hey, Royal D. Hey, sis. Thank you for joining. We don't know how much he knew. But somebody's at least in that big old home with the kids. Now, I was telling everyone I had to give her a shout out, for her kindness towards me and my family during the Texas winter storm. She had a live going on, and they were kind of like asking about the people in Texas, and so she said, "Are there any women on here that's in Texas that's kind of going through?" Right now, because we know y'all are having electricity issues and things like that. And I said, me, hey, baby, we were way off somewhere. For one, girl, you say you in the bed. That's why I need to be the way it's looking here. Looks like it's about to rain, I think, for a whole week straight. And And so then I was like, we're currently in a hotel. Our lights were off for like 6 days. We had no warm water. And yeah, funds were starting to get a little low. So y'all, she had cashed out me some money during that time. And so I was truly, truly grateful for that. And I like to give her her flowers for that. There were other women on there that were a part of her sisterhood or crew or whatever you want to call it, that were also helping other women who had families and so forth, that were having some difficulties during that storm. Because it was hard, y'all. That was one of the hardest storms. Because Texas wants to be its own country. We're not a part of the grid like everybody else. They had their own special grid, and that grid failed. Okay, so I still don't know if they got that worked out. Lolo said, "Heck, she should have went on instead of being on bond. She could have been halfway through." Girl, yes. I don't even think they consider that time served. I don't know how that works. Okay, because girl, while you sitting at home trying, I think she was probably thinking that she wasn't going to have to do any time. She may have gotten like probation. Yeah, you're going to get probation, but you also going to go to jail. Okay? You're going to go to jail, ma'am. So, yes, you too, all week. Yeah, you need your rest, girl. Let me see if I can find that video. Hold on 1 second. And this was just one of the videos that I showed with the guy. He went on to this was the guy she had cheated with. He went on to Tasha K and did a little interview. So I was going to play a little of what he said too.
Ashley told Patrick that she needed his services to automate her business and launch more courses. He started working with her, but a couple of weeks later, things quickly escalated.
No, this is not the one with the whole Tasha K. This is like the overview that I had for those of you who had not seen or heard about her.
She started sleeping with Patrick. Remember, she was still married to her husband from Baltimore. By that time, they had been together for 6 years.
She came in my DM saying that she needed a tech person. That only lasted she was only talked about business for about 3 weeks. But she was married at the time, but she didn't care about none of that. I was living in Austin, Texas. She was living in Dallas. She wanted me to come to Dallas to beat her down. So me being me, I'm like, hey, I probably shouldn't have, mess with a married woman. But we were talking, she needed a tech person. She said, I got a couple of businesses. So we talking a lot, discussing a lot, and talking about the different things. That ain't like, I came to Dallas. We went to the Omni Hotel. I knocked the wig off, and then we got up, went, got food, got drinks, came back to the room. I knocked the wig off again after she put it back on, and then I sent it back to her husband the next day. So it's like, after that, she wasn't on no more business after that. After that, she said that they were separated. They was, planning on going their separate ways. But
did that happen?
That didn't happen until probably like a half a year later.
On the rocks with her husband. The husband didn't know what was going on, but found out that she was cheating on him at some point. The couple ended up going through divorce, where Ashley did everything she could to avoid having to pay him any of the money.
Right.
A Texas judge ordered her to pay her ex-husband 50% of the money. At the time, she had millions of dollars, and she was supposed to pay her ex-husband $3 million. But somehow, she was able to hide all the money. She only had to pay him half of $120,000 after allegedly lying to the judge, saying that was all she had. While going through her divorce with her ex-husband, Ashley was angry and anxious because she was scared she would have to split her money up with him. According to her ex-side dude, she mentioned an idea to hire a hitman to help her get rid of her ex-husband. She allegedly said that she would take him out on the steps of the courthouse after one of their hearings.
When that divorce was going on with her and Paul, and she went to that first court date, and that judge told her that Paul was looking at walking away with $3 million, or she came in the house going crazy. She came back to the house in Fort Worth that we was at going crazy, like, ain't no secret way. He ain't gonna ever see that money. I'm gonna make sure I have some dude who was like a hitman in Dallas, Texas at the time. Like, I'm gonna make sure he did. I'm gonna call him and I'm gonna make sure, like, as soon as he walk out the courtroom, I was like, hold on. Because at first I thought you were just talking out of anger. Like, I thought you pissed off, and I couldn't understand that. Mm-hmm. But you seriously talking, and she talking like dollar amounts and everything.
Fortunately, Ashley did not get rid of her ex-husband, probably because she felt relieved after their settlement and only having to cough up $60,000, all because she was able to hide her money, allegedly. But she continued on with her side guy and started making even more money. Now you may wonder who was paying her all of this money. Ashley openly talked about what she called a strategy where she would discover her customers' weaknesses in order to set up a great selling proposition.
Like I said, you finding out what their weaknesses is a great way for you to have a unique selling proposition where this makes you stick out and stand out from the crowd. Another thing that I do is receipts. You know, a lot of people don't do that, right? Post their students' receipts consistently the way that I do and then tag their students. Sometimes you'll see them posting their students' receipts, but you don't know where the receipt came from. For all you know, they might got another email address where they emailed themselves their own.
Okay, y'all, I want y'all to listen to that carefully. This is something that people do. Okay, I'm gonna rewind that a little bit. People were calling her a scammer. She didn't like that. But think about this. Some people that have businesses that are typically scammers, okay, will do fake receipts. They create email addresses and send things from those dummy email addresses, create fake reviews. Come on, okay? You got to think about that. People are capable of doing these types of things. She's really laying out game of what people really do. Okay, pay attention to that.
Sometimes you'll see them posting their students' receipts, but you don't know where the receipt came from. For all you know, they might got another email address where they emailed themselves their own receipt, right? They might got another Facebook page where they messaged themselves their own receipt to make it seem like they came from somebody else. Not saying that people are doing that. I'm just saying you just never know. I don't trust it.
Her target customer was the Black woman, mostly single mothers, so she would post stories about her helping single mothers in order to attract more single mothers.
Hey, Crystal.
So I try to target specific people when I make posts. So I would talk about maybe a single mom who was living in a 1-bedroom apartment and she signed up for my company and now she's in a 2-3 bedroom home and now all of her kids have their own bedroom. Single moms who are in a tight situation where them and their children are in a small apartment, maybe a 1-bedroom, that's going to attract them and get their attention because that's their specific situation. So I market by doing a lot of storytelling just to tap into people's emotions.
Ashley continued her relationship with her side guy, her IT guy, Patrick. Then everything came full circle. She started cheating on the man that she cheated on her ex-husband with.
And that's when she got with the new husband. I'm telling you, if you think about it, she's laying down. Okay, I will say this. Some of it is a part of business strategy. Okay, they taught us that in marketing. You have to know who your target audience is. Now, it also depends on once you know who your target audience is, and that is a strategy. I'm not gonna lie, the storytelling, but make sure you're telling the right story. Okay. You're not making up stuff. That these are your real life stories. And so that pulls people in. She targeted a lot of single moms. Now, these people lost, some of them lost like thousands of dollars, y'all. And just hopes. I'm curious to know, out of all of the people that paid for that class, I'm curious to know how many of them are still successful. How many of them had attained the houses and the cars like her? Okay, I'm really curious to know that because that is a lot of people. And so yeah, that stuff has a way of catching up with you. But those of you who are just tuned in, Ashley Grayson was just sentenced on Halloween, October 31st, and she was sentenced to 10 years with 3 years after that of supervised release. And we just never know how stuff will work, because the attempted murder for hire that she was about to do on the first husband and trying to stash away cash, allegedly, that stuff caught up with her. Okay. It caught up with her. He probably is somewhere looking like, mm-hmm. You never know. Okay. You never know. But that's all that I have on that for now. I thank you all for joining. Okay. And I will be back a little later with our next topic. Make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell, because you never know when I'm going to go live. Thank you all so much for joining. And until next time, have a great Saturday. Bye-bye.